Tweet at whatever it was, 3:30 this morning.
Yeah, I mean, now manipulation is okay because especially now that Gensler's leaving. I mean, Gensler cared, Mr. Fireplace. He did care about things like this, but those are all now passé. So people walk up Palantir. They're trying to walk up a bunch of stocks, but Carl, they don't have the horses. It takes big money to keep these area of enterprise software. They're just so darn rich. And the MongoDB collapse, 100 points yesterday, really took my breath away.
Yeah,
100 points peak.
We had him on yesterday in the 11. I mean, the argument was that this CFO, COO transition was part of that story. It's also had a huge run this year.
Michael Gordon. I mean, I'm finding out one of the things that is so hypocritical about the analysts is that they were all very bullish on the conference call, and then we find out that this one person who'd been there for 10 years is so important. I beg to differ. That was just a sign that this group is in purgatory because you don't buy these stocks when we're in an inflationary mode because their multiples, David, are just too high.
Guys,
What is going on, guys? Good morning. Good morning. What's going on? Hopefully you guys can hear me. It's been a while since I went live on YouTube, but what is going on, guys? Took a little bit of a break there for Thanksgiving, obviously, as we near towards the end of the year. But inflation came in today, and inflation came in as expected. So the inflation was expected to come in at 2.7%. It came in at 2.7% here. We can even go into the inflation report a little bit. Not that it's that important, to be honest, but it's showing that inflation is, as a matter of fact, still rising. And we saw a 0.3% rise from October with regards to the month-to-month inflation expectations and the inflation report itself, which was, I guess, expected as well. But it shows that prices have gone up a little bit. We do tend to see some of these inflationary headwinds during the holidays, but obviously the time that we're in makes it a little bit more precarious. What's up? Double A, Den, Tommy, Catherine, Surf, what's going on? Jonathan, Simon, Roberto, what's going on, guys? Serrano already donated $20. You must have. Did you hit a win? Shout out to Serrano, always donating. All right, so yesterday I was saying that I wanted to buy QQQ calls because we came into this daily fair value gap here on NQ. But the reason that I didn't was because we had this gap that I thought we might retrace more into. I should have definitely bought QQQ calls. In hindsight, right? The NASDAQ is up 1%. But either way, I think, what we saw the last couple of days to start this week was a pretty... I don't want to say it was that bad. I mean, NASDAQ was down 0.78 and then 0.34, and the S&P was down 0.5 and 0.3. So just a typical tiny pullback, really nothing to write home about. But I expect the Santa rally to continue. I showed the stats of what typically happens in December, and in December we do tend to get I think I shared it in the Discord, actually. Let me see. Dun 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 dun. It was the last stock analysis. Yeah, right here. I said December 2020. Oh yeah, especially in election seasons, right? December 2020 plus 4.6%, December 2016 plus 2%, December 2012 plus 0.9%, December 2008 plus 1%, December 2004 plus 3%. So the last 5 elections, December has been an absolute ripper, especially the last 2 elections, right? So right now and that's the S&P 500. So right now for December, we are up 0.58%. So I think that we have a little bit more to go, at least double what we did on the S&P 500. So yeah, I mean, I expect that trend to continue, and then we will see the typical slowness, in my opinion, after the inauguration. So during a presidential election, the first term of the president is almost always bullish, but most of the gains come after the inauguration. All right, I ended up taking a long on RTY. That was overnight, but I ended up taking a long on RTY. Was up almost 800 per contract. But in terms of what levels we're looking at today, obviously market continuing its bullish run. And looking to see if we can catch a trade here around the 950 macro. All right. So, like I said, NQ bounced off this daily fair value gap. ES, a little weaker than NQ. ES does still look dangerous, in my opinion. And I won't feel that comforted until we can close above these imbalances. So NQ can easily make an all-time high again today. ES, I think, has a little bit more to go, but this can be, I'm not saying this will happen, but the reason I'm not comforted is because this certainly can be the start of a bigger correction, which I hope doesn't happen in December. But we have run so hot for the entire year. This has been an unprecedented year in the stock. Not unprecedented, but a historic year. So one of the best years ever in the stock market. Waiting for a pullback on Tesla to jump in some more. I am doing a deep dive on Tesla. I have a new video coming out soon. But obviously with some of the advancements with the Tesla Q car, as well as FSD 13.2, as well as the fact that BMW was praising Tesla's FSD, that led a lot of people to believe that there may be some licensing deal on the table, which would absolutely rocket ship Tesla even more. And then with the new administration coming in, if they lift the regulations nationally on unsupervised driving, obviously they're going to pilot it in a couple of states, California being one of them. And if it's successful and they lift the national regulations on unsupervised driving, that can propel Tesla to the next level. But $2 trillion market cap will be around 636, which I think it can get to in the next couple of years, depending on whether the Model Q comes out when they say it would come out, depending on whether unsupervised driving in a couple of pilot states is successful, et cetera. Anyway, but waiting for a test of this 360 level. I think that will be definitely a time to reload into some bullish positions, even though I still have my position cost basis recently of 155 and 220. Another stock that I'm looking at right now, I posted this in the Discord yesterday, but Honeywell to me has one of the best looking charts. I posted this last night and we broke out of this bull flag here. But Honeywell has a lot of calls coming in at the $300 level too. I think this is one of the best looking charts for sure. I think Honeywell easily gets to 240 if not higher. And then SMCI, I'm intently looking at right here. We do have a NASDAQ rebalancing on Friday, and it dropped today on news that it might be excluded from NASDAQ. Now, keep in mind, NASDAQ exchange and NASDAQ composite are two different things, even though they have the same name. So the NASDAQ exchange is where stocks are listed, and the NASDAQ composite is an index, which QQQ follows, right? So it might be removed from, i.e. QQQ. So we're seeing this news now, but in terms of its delisting from NASDAQ, it has until February to file the proper paperwork. So I might want to take advantage of this drop here. I think SMCI can go parabolic until at least February, and then we'll see whether it files the proper paperwork or not. Also, I think there's a misconception that SMCI is a Chinese company. It isn't. Just because the CEO is Taiwanese, a lot of people make the mistake that it's a Chinese company. Just like AMD, a lot of people would make the mistake that it's a Chinese company because the CEO, she's from Taiwan, right? But both of these companies are based in California, and SMCI was founded in California. It's not a Chinese company. In what channel did you send Honeywell? I posted it just in the trades right here. I said Honeywell looks like a spectacular chart before this breakout today, but I posted the options flow too. I think there's an opportunity there. I might buy SMCI calls here right now, actually. I think, delisting from the NASDAQ composite index, yes, it's not a good thing, but that's not the same thing as being delisted from the exchange. So I think this is just, in my opinion, interim weakness. And it's almost 950 macro. So I do want to, let's see. I do have a announcement to make as it relates to a new partner for the channel. Never really had a channel partner, but Public reached out to me, and some of the stuff they were doing was really, really cool with their new updates. Certainly, I would define it as like a more grown-up version of Robinhood, and also you get order flow rebates, meaning that you get rebates on options plays. Not only are options free, but you also get rebates on every options trade. So they pass along the money that they make from order flow, they pass it to you, which is cool. But they also have a lot of great features here. So I opened up account, deposited some money, and I'm going to be playing around with it. And likely we'll have an announcement soon. But even, like they have a corporate bond account. They make it very easy to park your cash. Someone asked me, where do you park your idle cash? But you can see here their bond account pays 6.6% yield, right? And then they have obviously, like everyone, have a high yield savings, but they also make it very easy to get in and out of T-bills without having to go through Treasury Direct. But I might buy, and you can see here the order flow rebates. Let's see. If I go a month out, where are we at right now on SMCI? let's see, 40. I might buy the 40 calls. I might buy the 40 calls. You know what? I'm going to scale into this. Let's do 5 first. But I will have an announcement and a sweet deal on public soon, most likely, because I'm really liking their platform. And I feel like it's a good channel partner for sure. Are you planning to swing SMCI or hold for the long term? I cannot hold for the long term, dude. Glad I bought SMCI 20. Yeah, I bought calls on SMCI. Got out of those, and now I'm buying them again. I am not interested in holding SMCI. No, I mean, I do think that it's still a risky hold, right? Because if come February, the NASDAQ exchange doesn't agree with the way that it's been doing accounting and it delists it, then you could say buy it at SMCI. So being removed from QQQ is one thing, being removed from the NASDAQ exchange is another. If you're removed from the NASDAQ exchange, you basically are irrelevant in the US stock market. Right? Like, who the fuck is what are you gonna do? Call up your broker and have him or her write a pink slip to put your order in OTC? What did I miss? I don't know, dude. Rewind it. There's a rewind feature on YouTube. Yeah, so like I said, I think NQ can make a new high today. I will be more comfortable if we can get past this on ES. But actually there is a possibility, even though we have equal highs on ES, that I would like to take out at all-time highs, these right here. These. There is a very real possibility Do you think Nvidia can still rally this month? No, impossible. It's impossible, dude. It's against the laws of physics for Nvidia to rally this month. So, no, I don't think it can. What do you think, dude? Of course it can. Anything can happen. Why can't it rally this month? ES coming up in this 4-hour fair value gap. If NQ takes an all-time high, we will have SMT divergence. But on a day like this, it's very, very hard to justify a down move. I definitely would not short NQ. ES is still a possibility. I wonder if we get a 10 a.m. reversal. I wonder if we get a 10 a.m. reversal. One second, guys. Just give me 1 second. All right. Hey, can you see Google? Yeah, I can see it. It's right here. It's up 3.2%. Crazy thing is we bought Google in the 90s and then bought it again on August 5th. It was part of my August 5th shopping list when we had that 10% correction in the market. So if you missed it, you missed it. But I do think that Google is going to ride the next wave of AI for sure. I think Google's going to 200 easy. I also ended up buying it in September when it dropped because of the stupid antitrust stuff. So September 11th is the last time that I bought it, and it was at 151. So bought it in the 90s, bought it at 150. No, super happy about that. I mean, I don't know like what you want me to check on Google, but you're likely asking me because it's rallying. You guys really have to try to find a way to analyze these stocks when they're down. You know, I mean, obviously, I do it for you in the Discord, but if you're not in the Discord, you really have to find a way to do it on your own. It makes no sense. This is at all-time highs, and you're asking me if you should buy Google. I mean, really, honestly, like not how investing works. Google ripping on Willow? Yeah, if you follow me on X, by the way, if you follow me on X, which all of you should, because I post free day. Oh, wow. There's the video on X. I'm live on X too? I didn't know this was streaming to X. But I said the next wave of the AI stock boom involves legacy tech companies. Google, Amazon, Apple, Microsoft, etc. can likely double and triple in value in the mid to long term. And that's 100% true. That is 100% true. I think Microsoft, Google, like I think unfortunately as people's jobs start getting replaced, and you know, Willow is definitely a breakthrough in quantum computing, but that's just the beginning. You propagate that along all of these companies that have so much cash. They're the only companies that can actually build this stuff profitably, right? Meta too. But these legacy tech companies can easily be 4 trillion, 6 trillion in market cap. Well, some of them are close to 4 trillion, but they can easily be 6, 8 trillion in market cap in the mid to long term if they dominate every aspect of our society, which, you know, we're just talking about stocks here, but it's kind of a scary thought, to be honest. That's why we're asking you. That's why you're asking me what? Sorry, I missed the conversation. Oh, these orange glasses? Yeah, it's blue light blockers. But also I have like really strong lights in front of me to broadcast this for y'all. And that light bothers me, so hit that thumbs up. There's only 88 likes. What the front door? What the hell? See, I should have just stayed on Discord. That's not right, guys. That's not right. Look at this clown. Our monitors don't actually have blue light. Okay, bro. Okay, so I'm wearing them because your mom thinks I look pretty. Okay, how about that? Fine. The monitors don't have blue light. Whatever light the monitors emit is what I'm trying to block, okay? Because I woke my ass up at 5:30 for the stream, so there you go. Motherfuckers on the internet just want to argue about everything. Actually, the monitor doesn't have blue light, actually. Fuck off, bro. Look, I really want NQ to sweep the highs from Monday. And it looks like ES, like I said earlier, is not even close. I would not be surprised to see a turnaround on ES, I'll be honest. Marcio, thank you so much for your donation to St. Jude's. What do you think will happen with MicroStrategy? I did a whole video on MicroStrategy, dude. I implore you to watch it if you want to know everything that's going on with MicroStrategy. But MicroStrategy is only as good as its money-raising scheme, right? That's all. It has no fundamentals besides its big bank of Bitcoin. And the minute that it stops being able to raise money, right, where Wall Street, so Bitcoin does have, in my opinion, a lot left, a few months left in this rally, right? But the minute that Bitcoin has a historic dump, which it will, and by the way, I don't want to hear it if it dumps again and you guys don't buy it, but it will have a historic dump of at least 50%, like it always has, before rallying back up to highs, right? I think when Bitcoin, if you follow the narrative on crypto and Bitcoin from Wall Street, when Bitcoin has these historic dumps, that's when they start talking about, you know, Bitcoin being a scam, et cetera, et cetera. And so once that happens, I think that will scare Wall Street again. And I think MicroStrategy will not be able to raise money easily. And I think that's when the game will be over until they can convince people to raise, that they can convince people that they're able to raise money again, right? Because right now, these accredited investors are taking these convertible bonds. But at some point, MicroStrategy will not be able to sell those bonds, right? So their scheme is only as good as their ability to sell these bonds. And if crypto dumps and the market gets scared, then they will lose the ability to sell those bonds, in which case I think MicroStrategy will dump too. So long-winded way of saying, surprise, surprise, it's correlated with Bitcoin's price. Do I mess with XRP? What does mess with mean? Like pay for things with XRP? Can you look at AMD? Yeah, I actually need to look at AMD. I think it might have bottomed here, but I do need confirmation. I'll show you what that confirmation is. I wonder if YM and gold look more interesting. Than NQ and ES. The only trade I took was an overnight trade on RTY. That's it. I'll be interested in gold if it takes out Monday's high. Monday, November 25th's high. I'm going to say, well, it will take out Monday's high. But I'll be interested to see what happens then. Because the CPI, this is a very interesting paradox here. The CPI coming in line, but definitely higher, showing that it's trending higher again. You see the rally in the dollar, right? Because as yields go up, so does, or as yield expectations go up, yields don't have to go up right now, but as yield expectations go up, so does the dollar, right? Also, the higher that inflation is, the stronger the dollar is. Not for us, but compared to other currencies. So it is strange that since that news, the dollar's rallying with gold. This does happen from time to time, but they are definitely inversely correlated most of the time. Nice call on Amazon yesterday. It hit 230. Yeah, I knew it would hit 230. Did you buy calls? This is what I was saying. That we think of Google, Amazon, Microsoft, Apple, like we think of these companies as legacy businesses, right? Like we know what they do, but they're going to open up an entirely new door as it relates to AI. I do think that out of all those, Microsoft is the one that has the most opportunity price-wise. I think Microsoft gets back to 468 pretty easily if we get a Santa rally. Because all the banks are loading up on gold. The banks are always loading up on gold. That's not really a thesis. YM looks like it could set up for a long. Yeah, I have zero interest in shorting anything here. I think if you try that, I think you will likely get burned. What I think will happen with ES, it is definitely rather slow today, but I think it will eventually break past this and continue up to round off December. Like I said, those stats that I showed you with regards to the Santa rally during election years, that was on S&P 500. Any interest in nuclear? Oh, yes. So I was reading something about nuclear and Nvidia, and I wasn't done reading this, and I definitely want to research this some more, because if Nvidia starts getting involved in nuclear, oh my God, bro. So I got to read more on this. I'm not going to talk about it now because I'm not yet very informed on Nvidia's involvement with nuclear, but definitely bullish on nuclear, of course. Yeah, I wonder if they'll take some of their cash reserves and start investing it into nuclear projects. Okay, let me see something here. I wish I can play music on the stream, but every time I do that, even when I play like royalty-free music, my video gets a strike. Which is kind of odd. I agree about the long on YM. It's only down 0.19. Let me see why. Oh, it has to do with, yeah. Even if you just look at the index in and of itself, this is Dow Jones. Most of the stuff in there, the biggest stuff in there, Apple, Microsoft, Nvidia, Amazon, Salesforce. United Healthcare is down 5%. That is what is weighing down. United Healthcare and McDonald's. That's so funny. Funny, ironic, I guess, because United Healthcare, obviously in the news lately because of the CEO getting murked, but the shooter was caught at a McDonald's. So funny that both of those names are down. Yeah, I think definitely with the big names green here, I think there's a chance that, and it looks like the banks are flat, up slightish, flat. Yeah, I think there's a chance that Dow Jones can turn green for sure. But I like to look at the heat map every once and again to see what the index that I'm looking at to remind myself of what's in it. McDonald's was deleting reviews. Does McDonald's even need reviews? Let's be honest. That just seems crazy. Jasmine, you caught that full rip on NQ? Hell yeah. Did you post something in the Discord? RTY looks very similar to YM on the high time frame chart. But we had an ERL sweep here of the all-time high. And now we are in IRL, which is this fair value gap. Yeah, I think there's a potential long on RTY. YM might be the better long because it actually swept liquidity and RTY didn't. Mm-hmm. 60 times 5. That would even be a better RR if taken in here. Let's see. Two. So we swept liquidity, but there's we have equal highs here. Do I wait for it to confirm or take it from the 3? I might take a crack at this, to be honest. The only thing I don't like about this is the timing. Otherwise, I think we can get to these equal highs up here. Risking a little over 200 per contract, so not bad. So I'm willing to take a crack here. So what I like about this is we swept liquidity. You know, obviously everything else is bullish. But we swept liquidity below London low. High time frame, we are, as I said, in this daily fair value gap. And we are retesting the 5-minute inverted. Also the 3-minute BPR. Yeah, I really like this trade. Only thing that doesn't make it A+ for me is time of day. 10:20 is kind of an awkward time. At least according to my rules. But definitely has all the characters that I would look for. And then you have these equal highs here, which is where my target is. So let's see. You guys hear buzzing? I don't hear it. Is it? Hold on, let me see. One second. What about now? Oh, okay. It was the headphones, I guess. High impedance. I don't know. But yeah, willing to take a crack on this. If I get stopped out here, I will look for a re-entry, but closer to the macro time. Interesting that all the indices are leaving equal highs. NQ, ES, YM. Guys, if it's not that bad, please shut the fuck up about the buzzing, okay? If it's bad, fine. But if it's not that bad, do some trading and shut the fuck up about the buzzing. All right. If this catches momentum, should take us to the top. Let's see. So we already swiped 830 once, and that's what took us down to the entry. So if we get past 830 this time, it shouldn't be an issue. Why is Amazon and Nvidia getting popped on? Because, I mean, AMD and Nvidia, because Amazon announced that it was launching chips with Broadcom. So, competition for Nvidia and AMD. All right. What I really want to see is if ES makes a push here. Not necessarily for the YM play. But to take the temperature of the day. We will let this be for now. Is your Discord still available? Yeah, just check the link in the description. I go live every morning without the annoyance. I go live every morning at market open. Let's push it. The thing is, we have midnight. This dotted line is midnight, and this dotted line is 8:30. So there's a lot here. It will require a lot to push. But I think it can be done. I didn't even check. This is a 3-to-1 trade? Fuck yeah. I didn't even check that. Really, ideally. Right now, we're at 1-to-1. Okay? If you are scared, you can set your stop limit to break even. For me, I want to juice some more out of this trade. I might consider setting it to break even. Actually, I'm not going to touch it. How about that? Maybe at 9:30. But certainly 2-to-1 is right here. If you have this same exact entry as me. If you have it lower, then, 2-to-1 will be right around 9:30. So you can definitely take it off at 373 on YM. I happen to think that these equal highs are going to get murked. Now, the way that I trade prop is different than the way that I trade real money. What is going on? Caleb, appreciate your donation, man. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it, David. And Tommy Luck. Thank you guys for the kind words. Would you take long-term stock losses at 135 for both AMD and Nvidia? How are you losing money on Nvidia at 135? Did you buy it at like 140? Also, I'm not your money manager, okay? I will give you as detailed an analysis as you will ever find. What you do with that is up to you. I don't know when you bought it, where you bought it, how long you have left to retire, how big is your account, how good of an investor you are, what else you're invested in. I'm not going to manage your portfolio. So what you get is ultimate, honest, deep dive analysis. If you can't make a decision from there, then in my opinion, you should just invest in the S&P 500 and call it a day. This, like, would you take the loss at 135 and then buy it back at 120 and then sell it at 130 and then buy it back at 140? What would you do if my aunt left me $100K before she passed away? Would you put it all in Tesla right now? Like, guys, make your own decisions. Thoughts on Forex trading? Sure. Ay, ay, ay. All right. There are better things to do than to watch this. We'll come back to it periodically, but what I'm really interested in is ES. Because this one is the most perplexing. Obviously, one of the two big indexes. Like I said earlier in the morning, I would not be surprised if NQ took all-time highs, which it just made, and ES gets stuck at the 4-hour fair value gap. Now, I would really like ES to continue past this. And just ignore that, which it can do. He wants you to go deeper? Deeper what? Sorry, I don't get it, John Porter. Big void. Well, I have no idea what he's talking about. Yeah, Nvidia has a very interesting chart here. This is a year-long trend here. Did it even hit any of the moving averages? Oh, still at break even on YM. Like I said, I'm not moving my stop. I like the risk to reward here. Whoops. That's not the right. I like the risk to reward here. I'm going to stay in. And if this gets stopped out for, I think it's like a little over 200 per contract, then I'll look for another trade during a macro. But I really like this setup here and the risk to reward. It's not risking much. And the reward here, 152 points on YM, is enticing for me to stay in. So like I always say, the goal of trading is not to be, your goal is not, you're not trying to be right on every chart. You're trying to manage risk. That's it. Someone said they were shorting NQ right here. Interesting. Hopefully they're still alive. What do you do when your trade keeps going sideways? You don't care about your trade going sideways. Why would you mess with it? The Russell, let's look at the Russell. The reason I didn't long the Russell is because, one, it hadn't taken out any liquidity down here. And two, we ran smack dab into a bearish FEG. So if you look at this, we ran into, was it the 4 hour? Yeah. So you have the 4 hour right here. We ran into that. And so the next stop would likely have to be a sweep of the lows. And we didn't get that yet, right? So you can see here, unmitigated London, unmitigated Asia. So I wasn't comfortable longing Russell until at least that happened. Like I want to see it take this, and then there will likely be a long. I didn't like the chart as much as YM, which did sweep. We had a nice liquidity sweep here, created an inverse fair value gap, and are retesting it. So hoping in a macro in the next 10 minutes. And also we do have a viable target, right? These equal highs. So we swept the low in a daily fair value gap and are targeting these equal highs. The one thing is, when you're dealing with daily fair value gaps, obviously you can eventually mitigate the entire thing, which on the lower time frame would mean that we would drop a little bit more and take out some more liquidity. Perfectly fine with me. Like I said, my goal is to manage risk. It's not to be right on every trade. It's to catch big moves when I'm right and to have small losses when I'm wrong. As long as the A+ framework is there. As I explained on this trade, the one thing that didn't make it A+ is the time of day. Now, if it gets closer to the 1050 macro and we're still here, then it will be an optimal time, in my opinion, to see a bigger push to the upside, right? So hopefully that makes sense. Yeah, AMD and Nvidia, I think. So with AMD, this can be dangerous here. We did lose a major trend line, but remember that we have 2 days left for the weekly to end, and we are nearing that August 5th drop. This was the Tokyo scare where we hit a low of 122. So it is wild to see a mega cap company here. But what could happen is we could get a wave of buying that turns this into a wick. So I can't yet abandon AMD's midterm or short-term use case until I see how the week ends out. You know what I mean? All right, getting closer to 1050. If we can make one more push past 830, then I think we're going to Valhalla. Yeah, Ray, I think newer traders get bogged down because they try to be right with every candle and they try to be right with every trade. And I think experienced traders are very okay with being wrong, because once you start adding up your stats, then you have a bigger picture of where your profitability lies, and one trade doesn't matter anymore. You know what I mean? Like, in the grand scheme of things, one trade doesn't matter anymore. It's just like, are you profitable overall? Uber is selling off, I think, because of the realities of Tesla robotaxi. But I think Uber will come out with how do you know there's a macro 1050? Because those are the macro times. It's just I guess it's just a rule. I didn't make it up. Yeah, and someone else asked me about sideways trading. I mean, these are really good questions because they uncover a lot of the ills that I think traders go through, new traders go through, right? They're looking at this and they think they have to do something because they think activity means that they're doing something. Really, most of trading is waiting. Waiting for your setup, waiting when you enter a setup, waiting for it to play out, right? If you can master that, then you'll be fine. Like, I have no problem looking at this. And to be honest, if I wasn't here entertaining you guys, I probably wouldn't even be looking at this. I'd be doing something more useful. Oh, shit. Hopefully. Guys, I'll be right back. I forgot to take the trash out. The trash is here. I'm going to leave this up, but I'll be right back. Hopefully this hits by the time I come back. What is going on, guys? Whoops. There it is. Where are my glasses at? All right, we're gonna have to put on the other pair. Hell yeah, nice move on YM here. No, SMCI is definitely not a falling knife. Is it me or is he muted? I left the stream, bro. And I'm back. We are now in a macro. Okay, it looks like we popped above midnight, popped above 8:30 in VWAP. And if I look on the yeah, we need to get above this level here. And then I think we get to the promised land. Remember, this level here is around 2 to 1. So if you have multiple contracts or that's enough for you, you could take your trade off there if you wanted. You could take your trade off wherever you want, but what is ES doing? Just fumbling around in here? Oh, it's about to take those equal highs. I'm wondering if I should put my stop to break even here. Let me see something. We have 3 equal highs here? Nah, I'm just going to keep it. I like the risk to reward. I like the risk to reward. I'm getting a pullback on NQ. We do have that right there. Super interesting. So NQ retracing to that 1 hour fair value gap. Now we have bullish SMT with NQ and ES. Definitely, in my opinion, not a license to short here. I don't like shorting at all-time highs anyway. Did Tesla make an all-time high? Oh. I have a lot of shit to talk. I don't think it quite did, actually. All-time high was 414.50, guys. November 21st. We hit a high of 413.53. So, not quite there yet. Man, how many times is this position going to get round tripped? Hold on. I know exactly what this is. One second. Is there buzzing now? Let me know. That was it. See, I knew my audio engineering background would come in handy. Yeah, I know exactly what that is. It's this supposedly gold-tipped cloud filter. Cloud lifter, sorry. Ain't no gold tip. This shit is made of fucking aluminum foil. Because if it was gold tipped, it wouldn't be buzzing. All right. Glad we fixed that issue. Does my mic sound low or does it sound normal? Let me know if the mic sounds normal or does it sound like super low? It's the reason. Oh, it sounds normal? Wild. That's the reason that I got this in the first place, was because on streams the mic would sound low and I thought the cloud lifter would lift the dBs. But apparently it brought the bees to the stream. Bzz. We good though. Lower than before. Vivek, I'm going to come over to fucking whatever state you live in and slap the shit out you. What you mean lower than before? Stop complaining, bro. First it was buzzing. Now the buzzing's gone. Now it's too low. I'm just messing with you, Vivek. I love you. I had to lower my volume now. Was it because I was cussing in Vivek's face? Sorry, Vivek. What website is that second tab? There are always some fucking spies on stream, man. They'll look at like every aspect of your screen. Like if you ever go live, you better not fuck up. That second tab is just I don't know, some market site. You act like it's my bank details or something. This is ruining my patience. They took 100K because of a seed phrase? That's wild. I wonder if NQ has another push up here. What's the name of the prescription bottle behind you on the left? I don't know. Your mom left it here. Ask her. Every time she's here, she's leaving orange bottles all around, bro. I don't know what's her problem. Ah, so close to my stop. Wait, let's see. Did we PO3 into this? Dun, 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 dun. Should I get out near break even? Or let the stop run? It's down like 80 bucks. I'm gonna leave it be. It's only down like 80 bucks. I'm not gonna mess with my stop. It's not like the savings is not worth it for me, right? I'm just gonna continue to see how this plays out. Yeah, the market looks like it's just halted or something. Certainly, I think an NQ long is on the cards, scalp long to take out those highs. Horrible RR. Either way, I think there's a scalp to take out those highs on NQ. Oh, gold got to that level we were eyeing. The daily fair value gap above those highs. I think there's a short here, so. I wonder if there's a broad short here, like multi-day. Yeah, it's kind of a lackluster macro for YM. It did tease us a little bit there. It was up like 200 per contract, a little over 200 per contract. I didn't set it to break even because, like I said, I accepted the full risk of this trade. It's not worth it for me to set it. Like the profit target here, which I think is still viable, those equal highs, is worth it to me to see how the trade plays out. Now, one thing is, like I said earlier, if I get stopped out, I will likely wait for the full mitigation of this fair value gap before going back. Like, I'm not going to re-enter this immediately. Yeah, interestingly enough, ES is chugging along, even though it is facing some headwinds here. What about Tesla? What about it? Yeah, see, like I said, I think there was a scalp long on NQ to grab those equal highs. Down still $50 on YM. Now that we are testing this bearishly, I might get out at minus 50 here. Honestly, because this setup past the macro, not really feeling it anymore. Now we are retesting this bearishly. So near break even, I'm fine exiting this trade. 40, $50, whatever the $45 per contract. And I'll look for another play here. If it sets up again, then I'll consider it. But I think coming into these fair value gaps near where our entry was, it is now coming into there as a potential bearish play, right? Meaning come here, extract more liquidity before eventually running to these highs, which is still my target. So I still think that can happen. Is the YM trade invalidated? I took it off in prop. Yeah, certainly I took it off in prop. Yeah. Because it hit near our break even. And for me, this setup is, I mean, it's like we went through two macros, right? Without it playing out. So just managing risk here, looking for something better. Yeah, I know eventually it will go up there. It's just about managing the risk of the position, man. In prop, right? Like I said, I trade real money differently than I trade prop. Right? Like in my real money account, what the hell happened to my screen? In my real money account, I don't mind holding this, but you have you have a breaker there, you have a fair value gap there, right? It has to come up with, it has to reset up. Like the way that you look at it, right? If this was presented to you, would you enter a trade here? And the answer is no, but I was already in a trade, right? So like I said before, real money is the way that I trade, manage risk in real money is different than prop because you're bound by way more rules in prop. So I kept this open in real money, closed it in prop. And if it reprices again and sets up, like if we come up above this and retest, then I'll open it back up. Right? Otherwise, I'll just stay with this real money position that I have here. And we'll look to add to it depending, right? Price action on YM today, not that optimal, not that bad, but not that optimal. Like I said, we did sit through 2 macros here. But yeah, Man Music says, what? Bay gap up. Bhai? Bhai means what? Brother in Hindi? Like I said, NQ will likely take those highs. That was a nice scalp. It's just, where would you set your stop? I think ES will take these highs too, by the way. Do you know Hindi? No, bro. Stop talking Hindi to me, bro. I don't know Hindi. I know the word abhai, and I know the word gandu, banchot. I know all the important stuff, okay? Stop throwing fucking Hindi Shakespeare at me, bro. I have no idea what that is. Fucking boring ass day, dog. I think there's a short on gold here. I'm not gonna lie. Let's see what the dollar's doing. I might take this. Hold on. Okay, dollar's retracing to go up. I think there's a short on gold here. Let me see. Yeah, we closed below this 10-minute too. Okay. So this position is back up again. The one that I left open in real money. Same stop. Haven't moved the stop. And let's see if this time we can get up there. I hope it doesn't make the move during lunch, man. This is sometimes what happens during these fucking slow news days. Or sorry, news days where price action is slow. So let's see what happens here. What does my MicroStrategy account look like? Oh, hell yeah. Super dope. Up 82% on MicroStrategy. Cash secure puts. I'm going to close this out here and open up another round. As usual, I'll send it out in the Discord when I do. But that's, hell yeah. Up on Nvidia today. Yeah, Nvidia leaps are doing well. Let's go. Yeah, it is crazy that the dollar and gold are moving up together. Gold should definitely be dropping here a little bit. Sold Mr. Puts, yeah. I already put my analysis for Nvidia in the Discord. Yeah, definitely an overreaction on the Amazon thing. I think Nvidia will print insanely here. I have leaps on Nvidia going out to June of next year. Okay, is this the fucking push? I'm tired of waiting for this shit. Like I said, I think Microsoft is the one that has the opportunity here out of all of the Mag 7 stocks. Nvidia too, obviously. But Google already in it, just hit all-time highs. Amazon ripping into all-time highs. Apple ripping into all-time highs. I mean, this is just insane. Tesla flirting with all-time highs. Not quite yet, about 60 cents away. Yeah, I have a feeling I'm going to hold this until the end of time. If we cross these highs, I might set my stop to break even then. Because this isn't making the expected move. Also crazy, man. That's the power of stop limits, right? Like, if you set your stop limit right, it can save you a lot of times. It's when you're too scared to set it right because you think it'll be like too much money or whatever. And that's how you have to manage it with your position size. What plays are you guys in? Enough about me. What plays are you guys in? Thanks for making those videos about Tesla. Yeah, hell yeah. Made everybody rich with Tesla. People keep clowning, and we keep riding it up. When it was 150, I said it was going to 220. When people were like, ha ha ha, went to 220. I said we're going to 318. People are like, ha ha. 318. I said next stop is all-time highs. People were like, ha ha ha. Some guy even said in my last Tesla video, he said I'm shorting it. I took Kay's gold short. I don't know. What was her short position? This one? Was it like this? I've been in NQ long since 2017. The fuck? What are you, like the mummy? Oh, 21,716. Okay, okay. All right. You better keep moving, boy. Let's see. This should be the push. But I've also said that since 10 a.m. and then it's now 11:30. Tesla puts and diamond hands. See, that's why some people will never be successful. Trayshawn, lunchtime is against my rules. Thanks for the YM trade. Yeah, no problem. I don't know how much you juiced out of that trade, but okay. Will it make it this time? Yes, we're going to set up a take profit here. What is the high of this candle? 44,441. Good vibes here. That's too many fours. My stop limit is still at 44,243. If I get out from this trade, definitely will bake the resistant. I mean, that's a whole lot of poetic shit to say, Krishan. Bake the resistant. I like it. How does one check out your Discord? It's in the description, bro. If you can't find the Discord, then what are you doing? It's literally in the description. Here, I'll give you a link, okay? And don't ask me about Cyber Monday. It's fucking Wednesday already. Yalla, push. Equal highs. How about we check on... Ooh, the gold short should be up too. What, the front door? Hell yeah. Let's check on gold. Cool. Up on gold, up on YM. Oh yeah, hell yeah. This is going to take us to the promised land. Because if the dollar does what I think it should do, the dollar says, well, the dollar's kind of stuck in this range too. Oh shit, 320 on gold? Wait. I better get out at 2-1. Let's see. 2-1. Should we let it ride, guys? 330? Damn, and up. We got 2 trades going. Oh, hell yeah. YM long, gold short. Oh my God. They're both going ham at the same time. Let's not fumble this. $15, 1 hour, 5 minute. $27.50. Okay, so up 300 on gold. We'll let that one rock. Up 260 on YM. Oh. Fuck. Now I gotta set this to break even, huh? Because we took out those highs. Fine. Do I really want to? I really don't want to set it to break even. But sweeping these highs. All right, bro. Whatever you want. Whatever you want. Let me remove the original stop. All right. So, situation here on YM. Either gets to Valhalla or I don't ask for guac at Chipotle today. That's the situation we're working with, fellas and ladies. Come on. You can do it. Oh, yeah, this was the 10-minute fair value gap. Oh, this is going to tickety tank right here, bro. Wow, one is moving up and one is coming down, like SpaceX rockets doing an exchange. What do you think of Tesla here at all-time high? Yeah, full port, bro. Don't buy the dips ever. Wait until all-time highs. Then buy it. That's how to do it, bro. Okay. Up 320 per contract on gold. Can I do these side by side? The fuck? Why am I making this harder for myself? Oh, dude, this is going to Valhalla, isn't it? We're about to bag 152 points on YM. I don't know how to contain myself. Guys, what is going on? You know what's going on? This is what we do every day. This is what we do every day on stream. YM is up 400. GC's up 400. Let's go. Get to 2 to 1. I promise I'll be nice. Bro. Your boy is cooking right now. Okay. Those of you in YM, we are at 2-1. Okay? Khalas. Take profits. Those of you in YM, we are at 2-1. Take profits. Do not follow your boy, okay? Take profits and book it. Did I set my stop on GC to break even? Where's my stop on this bitch? No. Do I even have a stop here? 2758.7. Oh, yeah, it's right there. Amazing patience on YM. So I'm telling you, bro, you gotta wait for that shit. Of course, I'm not in the trade anymore. That's how my luck run. Yeah, blame it on luck, bro. Blame it on luck and not your decision making. That's how successful traders are made. This is so glorious, guys. You have no idea. Let's go. All right. Who's riding this up and who took profits? This is what I want to know. What's the target on GC? My GC target is there, 2749.1, which is basically in this 15-minute fair value gap. Yeah, I'm not moving my stop to break even on gold. Do what you like. I think that... Fuck, Dixie's tanking too, though, man. How's gold and Dixie moving together? Okay, for manage risk... I might have to move my stop a little lower. 27.57. 6 on gold. Oh, shit. Let's go. We called these equal highs ages ago. Let's see if we get there. Gonna bounce off 930 and rock it up there. Wait, is my stop at break even on YM? Yes. My stop is at break even, but I might, should I trail it? No, we let it ride. Fuck it. How do I open up 2 of these? Hang on. I don't know how to do that. How do you open up 2 active traders? Bro, we are so banking right now. Okay. There's YM. There's GC. If GC gets here, that'll be $640 per contract. Those of you wondering, yes, I go live every day. Not on YouTube, thank God. If you want to go live with me every day instead of paying for your streaming services and watching bullshit, you pay to watch us trade live every day. Buzzing is gone? Bro, where you been? Did you just wake up? There. Give us a 75% code? Fuck no, bro. Look, if it's not worth it to you, totally understandable, and that's fine. And that's perfectly fine, bro. Only you can decide if it's worth it to you. If you think that, you know, it's just something cool that you want to watch once in a while, that's fine. If you want to take your trading to the next level, in my opinion, there isn't a better value. You learn risk management, how to stay in a fucking trade. What are the entry models I use, etc. So it's up to you, bro. I'm not. This isn't a souk, right? This is not a fucking. We're not at CarMax, bro. You're not gonna negotiate the price of a car down. It's all good. If you want it, it's there. If you don't, all good too. All right. We gonna rise to the top. See, ES like a champ push past that 4-hour fair value gap. Like a chibbity champ. Yellow. Down we go. Down we go. 27.45? Yeah, fine. Let it get to 27.45, bro. That way I get out of my show. Meep. Who got the keys to the Jeep? I might consider adding a contract here. But one thing I definitely don't like, I expected the dollar to continue up if this gold trade is going to work. Oh, wow, Nvidia. Show me the money. Bro, we are hitting lunch now? Oh, dog. I might have to bow out of this trade. All right. We're about to hit lunch. And here's where the risk management part comes in. I'm at 2-1. I do think those highs are inevitable. But per my rules, I don't trade lunch. So, going to be happy with this 2-1, and I'm going to find a trade after lunch. Do I want to trade gold over lunch? I think there's another short here, guys. The only thing that would make me not add a contract here is the fact that the dollar is also going down. So if the dollar found some support, like look at this tanking shit. If the dollar found some support, I would totally add another contract here. And by the way, a very easy way to add to your positions is to take one of these and copy it. Like say you were going to add a position there, right? You take one of these and you copy it over to your entry, right? And that way, even though you would be in two contracts, you can better visually manage each contract singularly, right? So where the first contract, you might set this to break even, right? You would know where break even was because that was your first entry. And, you know, if it hits break even, then you're out of the first contract, and your second contract might be something like that, if that makes sense. That way you're not in two contracts with twice as large of a stop. Gold and Dixie are mostly inversely related. Yes. Yes. Yeah, so you got to manage your risk appropriately. I think YM will go back up. It might even bounce off this breaker, no lie. But I personally don't take lunch trades. I'm not going to explain in detail why that is. But I personally don't take lunch trades. If you're comfortable trading lunch, sure, there could be another long here. That 44,441 is still my target. I just didn't, during lunch, want to sit through drawdown when I was already up 2-1. Now, if I wasn't up 2-1, sure, I might sit in it. But if I'm already up 2-1, I'm being an asshole, right? Like, I'm being offered an A+ exit right before a time frame that I don't typically trade. So, anyway. Yeah, I think my thesis on AMD, what I said earlier, that this will turn into a wick, I think that happens. And I think this is the interim bottom on Nvidia. And my Nvidia leaps expiring in June will likely printed. Yeah, we're below the 50 MA now on Nvidia. Z helped me get in Tesla at 162, Nvidia at 100, and Google at 151. Hell yes. That is what I like to see, bro. All right, now can gold. See, gold is one that I'm not exiting during lunch because I'm not at 2-1 yet. My stop is at break even. So the risk is already managed in that if I get cucked by lunch, I'm out for $0. If it makes the move that I'm expecting, then I'll be rewarded. It's all about managing risk, ladies and gentlemen. That's all it's about. It's not about being right every time. It's not about, oh, the market is against me. Oh, no. What do I do? It's just managing risk, dude. That's all it is. 900 on both YM and GC. Hell yeah. Hells yeah. Yeah, I think YM gets back up there for sure. I might take this trade after lunch. For sure. I wanted Tesla Leap, but that especially was way too expensive for me. How about you look up TSLL? That's only $30. How long do you usually trade in the morning? About this long. How about you? Yeah, look up TSLL the next time that you want to buy leaps on Tesla, but it's too expensive. Dropping all kinds of gems. MJ, why are you wearing shades indoor again? The real reason is because right before the stream, your mom texted me and said, boy, you look cute with shades on. Wear them. So I said, okay, MJ's mom. Much obliged. I will wear them. That's why. It's because I'm sitting in front of fucking floodlights, bro. That's why. These lights are bright enough to light up fucking Dodger Stadium. Okay? So you come try standing in front of these lights while also trying to execute trades and entertain people. Wow, I gave you 2 fire trades and there's only 297 likes. This is a travesty, man. I'm gonna cry. Why do I even come on here? Guys, hit that thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up. At least since I made y'all money, hit that thumbs up. Doesn't your girl get jealous when you're texting with so many moms? Here's the thing, bro. They text me. I don't even respond, okay? So I'm not at fault here. I don't even know how they get my number. I am loyal to my girl and my girl only. But yeah, they be texting me. I'm not responding. All right, guys. Lunchtime. I don't trade lunch. Fun is over. If you want to trade with me live every day, first link in the chat on YouTube or link in the description. Come join us. And I will see you on the Discord for those of you that are there. But appreciate you. Peace.